Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We want to start on the daily time frame, and here there are a few things to mention, and I also want to show you a moving average that the price is currently testing. So first of all, from an Elliott Wave point of view, the market still allows for one more high in this cycle in wave C of 5, or actually wave 5 generally, because there's no guarantee that wave A of 5 has actually started. The current thesis is that the low in February could have marked a substantial low, and that we're starting the 5th wave from here. We don't have enough evidence for that. We have to watch the micro structure for further evidence, but a few things to mention here. On the larger time frame, first of all, we've got a descending broadening wedge. These tend to break to the upside. No guarantee though, but they tend to. Of course, we could even get one more low and it wouldn't break to the downside, as long as this is where Fibonacci support comes into play. So to the downside, our Fibonacci levels come into play as potential support, and to the upside, it's this trend line that acts as nearest resistance, I would say. The trend line in red, we even can identify a trend line in yellow, which is kind of a triangle pattern. I'm going to zoom in a minute, and again, they allow for another low. We don't need that low. But if there is another low, it's the 75,340 level that could act as next support. Below that level, 69,144. So these are the next levels to watch to the downside. When we talk about a potential upside breakout, the first rally would likely be an A wave. That could be a 3-wave move or a 5-wave move. If it started already, it's likely going to be a 3-wave move, best I can tell. Then the B-wave pullback would follow to form a higher low, and then a C-wave rally. Now, in addition to the parameters we already have on the chart, we could pay attention to the moving average here, the 200-day simple moving average, currently shown in white on the chart. And this is the simple moving average, simple daily moving average. And time frame is the chart, which is the daily, it's 200. And the market is currently testing it, okay? We've seen it react a couple of times to it already, 3 times. So this is an important support, dynamic support level, right? At the moment, it sits around, 83,600. It is important to understand that previously, the price broke briefly below it, even in this bullish cycle. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bearish, as long as we can avoid a sustained break below it. See here, even in August, we broke briefly below it. People got bearish. Again, people often use these the wrong way. We now, for example, had a break below the S&P 500. There was a moving, was it a 200-day as well? I can't remember. But there's a break below an important moving average on the daily, I think on the S&P 500 as well, and people get bearish. The last time that happened was 2023. We all know what happened afterwards, right? It rallied. So this sometimes does happen, these breaks, but as long as they're not sustained breaks here as well, not a problem. Here, that was interesting. In 2023, the price touched that level and went directly. We don't have that situation right now. Here in 2023, later 2023, the price broke briefly below it. Then consolidated below. We don't have that situation. We don't have consolidation at the moment below it. No, the market is still holding above it. I find that interesting. Just something to watch. I don't normally use that moving average because I don't find them very predictive. But still, as long as we're holding above, the market rather comes from a position of strength, I think. And it's simply a pullback towards a moving average. Again, it adds weight to the idea that we haven't got any formal confirmation that a major price top has actually formed. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame for Bitcoin. Do we have anything new to say? Well, I'm afraid not really, because the market since yesterday has only been moving in a sideways range, a narrow range. But late today, we have the weekly candle close, so there could be some volatility. This is a range, essentially. And in the range, we're moving in a smaller range and an even smaller range. So what you see here is really one of the really most annoying ranges we've been in for a while. Nothing happening here. So lower breakout point, 85,280 to the upside, 86,700. We need to get a break out of this narrow range first. Key support as yesterday, 82,980. That is the 78.6 retracement. I use that as bull-bear pivot. So as long as we're above that on the shorter time frame, I'm watching the white count, which allows for the interpretation that we've already seen a low in wave 4 on the 28th of February, and we could move up to 130k plus straight away. Any break below 82,980 would rather indicate that we're dealing here with possibly a triangle pattern in yellow, yeah, which might not even be finished, but the pressure is even down, okay? So, but even in a triangle, we could get a bounce from this region to form an E wave before it goes down, because then we have a perfect triangle, A, B, C, D, E, and then down. So ultimately, the levels still stand. What I told you here about, I mean, these small ones here, they are really not so relevant. The ones that are more important are up there, around 92,900. That's important because it invalidates the triangle. If we can break above that level, that would clearly shift probabilities towards the white count, which is the bullish one. But then, even more important would be a break above that Sunday high from the 2nd of March, a break above 95,180. That is very, very very, very important. Yeah, overall though, if there is one more low, I already mentioned it, 75k roughly is the next support level to watch. Wouldn't be a major problem from a bullish point of view, wouldn't be a major problem, but it is simply the next level to watch, right? It's simply the next level to watch, and I just want you to prepare for it. It is not necessarily a major problem if we go all the way down to that level. It just means be prepared for it, and I personally would probably use that level to buy if there is another dip to 75k. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a seller in that scenario. Yeah, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Today, we've got our member live stream at 5 p.m. UTC. That's our weekly conversation in the membership. If you want to join that, check it out. We take requests. They're not guaranteed, but we deal with as many as we can during these live streams. So if you have a coin that you want analyzed, ask for it in the live stream. In addition to that, we will talk about market cap charts and the Bitcoin and USDT dominance charts. Yeah. So that's the update. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.